I'm Kendra Bailey Morris, and welcome to the Heart of the Home. We are here in Sur La Table's gorgeous kitchen, as always. And today we're going to be working with Virginia chickpeas. And most people think of chickpeas and immediately go, oh, I want to make hummus, but we're going to do something a little bit different. Chickpeas are a very important staple in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern diets, and we're going to be doing a Moroccan-style stew, and we're going to be adding some tomatoes and some fresh kale to it. And it's got lots of spices and tons of flavor, really easy, very heart healthy and good for you, and technically a vegetarian dish. And we're going to go ahead and get that started now. So I've got a pan going, and I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan. And olive oil, again, is another very important dietary concern and also something that is used very frequently in Middle Eastern cooking and Moroccan cooking versus vegetable oil. Now I'm going to add some minced onions. That's the sizzle I'm looking for. And I've got some garlic, minced garlic. I'm going to add that in now. You always want to be careful not to burn your garlic. It's easy to do, especially when you have a really hot pan like this. And next I'm going to be adding some fresh grated ginger. And ginger root is also grown in Virginia. And then I'm going to add some minced jalapenos or serrano peppers, depending on your choice. How hot you like them. Obviously serranos are hotter than jalapenos, but I like a little kick. And then I'm going to go ahead and start my spices. And basically what we're going to be doing is creating a type of curry. And curry is really a blend of spices rather than one spice. A lot of people don't really realize that. And so I'm going to add some cumin. And it's important, you can see that I'm toasting the spices. That really brings out the flavor. It makes a huge difference. Don't skip this step. I'll make sure my oven's still going here. And I've got some coriander, and this is ground coriander. Very typical when you make Indian food, Middle Eastern food, Moroccan food, and curries. And then I've got some garam masala. And garam masala you can find at specialty stores. You can also order it online. And it's basically a spice blend, a whole mixture of spices. If you can't find it, you can certainly leave it out. This dish is still going to be great. I'm going to add that in. And now I've got some turmeric. And turmeric is obviously a beautiful spice. It lends a gorgeous color, but it also adds a really, really unique kind of earthy flavor to things. All right, this is looking good. You can already see we've got some really, really pretty colors coming out. We're also going to add some allspice, and a lot of people think allspice is allspices and a whole mixture of spices, and it's actually not. It's a berry. It's an allspice berry, and we're going to add that in, and this is ground, dried and ground, and then we're going to add some cinnamon, and this is going to really create a beautiful, beautiful aromatic flavor. It's very common in Moroccan cooking to add cinnamon to food, and some black pepper. And this is looking good, and it smells amazing. It really, really does. Next, we're going to go ahead and add some chicken stock. Of course, you could add vegetable stock and make this not only a vegetarian dish, but a vegan dish as well. Totally up to you. And I like to use low sodium chicken stock or broth as much as possible. It gives me the opportunity to control my salt flavors a little bit more. And next we're going to add a can of just chopped tomatoes with their juice. So this, I'm going to scrape up all the goodies off the bottom first, and I'm going to go ahead and let this cook for about 45 minutes or so. I'm going to bring it up to a boil, and then I'm going to cover it, reduce it, 45 minutes, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So I'm going to do that, and we'll be right back. Now is when I'm going to go ahead and add fresh kale and, of course, our Virginia chickpeas. So I'm going to go ahead and add these in. It's about 2 cans, 15-ounce cans. And then I'm going to add some fresh kale. You could add spinach if you want. I really like the kale, though, because it's just so healthy and good for you. And I'm going to stir this around a little bit, and then I'm going to bring it up to a boil one more time, and I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to cook it for about 15 minutes or so, just enough for the kale to cook and wilt, and for the chickpeas to warm through, and then it's going to be time to serve. So we'll be right back. So now our stew is finished, and it smells amazing. You can see that we have the kale has wilted and everything is warmed through real nicely. And what I've done here is gone ahead and made some couscous. You could use rice if you wanted to use rice. Couscous is much more traditional. And I'm just going to put a little in this bowl here. And then I'm going to go ahead and top this with some of our stew. Such a healthy, colorful dish. People always say, eat the colors of the rainbow and you're going to be okay. This is definitely one of those dishes. There we go. And I'll wipe this off just a bit. And now I've got some yogurt, which is, again, something that's very typical in Middle Eastern cooking, to have a little dollop of yogurt and some fresh pita. Put a little on the corner here. Don't need too much. And then I've got some fresh cilantro for color and just a little bit more flavor. So there you have it, a Moroccan stew made with Virginia chickpeas and kale and tomatoes. I'm Kendra Bailey Morris. Let's get cooking.
Recipes from the heart of the home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafarmbureau.org.